Not. We've gone live. Just by the way, we're live. That's Jimmy. We're live. Give it to us. Give it to us. You're missing like the greatest dance in the world, game. That was like spectacular. What's up, guys? Caleb here from Reality Check. We're doing a little impromptu live stream for you in place of our daily news segment, where we kind of talk about all the things that went down in the week. Sorry, our weekly news segment, as I was saying. Things are a bit mad in the office today. We're trying to get things done. We're missing a cameraman. There's lots to edit. So we're doing this because we don't really have time to edit a whole news video once we shot it and then upload it. It's a whole long story. But there's some interesting things out in the world of news today. First and foremost is Pixel 3 leaks. Graham, what do you feel about the Pixel 3 leaks? I mean, did you ever see, like, I've only seen one. I don't like them. You don't like the Pixel? How did you feel about the Pixel 2?
Well, I never got to use one.
I hold one a little bit.
Pixel 2?
Yeah. Hey. I didn't. Who I met in Imperial had a Pixel.
I know 2. I think somewhere around here we still have a Pixel. Like the
Pixel 1?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think it's Nikki's. Whatever. I don't like it because the notch is huge.
It's a big notch. It's a big notch. It is a big notch.
But apparently, it may be that big because it has a wide angle lens in it. It's going really dark.
I know. I don't know what to do about it. Stay. Here we go.
Try to pull the frame or see if you're blocking the window as much as you can. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, there you go.
For you guys.
How's it, guys? How's it?
Yeah, apparently, though, it might be that big because it has a wide angle lens in it.
Okay, well, I mean, the camera is like the biggest selling factor regarding the Pixel.
Yeah,
so
the best.
But like, I also didn't like the idea of it not having a headphone jack. Like, that's the whole thing. And also, it's funny because the biggest YouTubers in the space are always talking about the Pixel.
Hello, Johannesburg!
Are you filming something now?
Oh, the Johannesburg! Oh. The thing about the Pixel not having a headphone jack, and like a lot of the bigger YouTubers were always using it. They were like, "Oh, the camera's so amazing! Oh, this and this and this and oh, this and God." This is what happens when you try and do news live, you guys. This is what you get. This is what you get.
Raw and uncut.
Raw and uncut.
You gotta give me credit, like I must say, these hips are definitely not white.
And my hips don't lie when I'm starting to feel you.
Look at that.
You can't talk about hips and not sing Shakira.
Like,
get out of here. We're trying to work.
I want to make love to myself.
Okay, easy does it, gents. Easy does it.
Is it really live?
Yeah, no, it
Yes,
is.
it is live right now.
It's actually going live. We have one person watching. What's up, person?
Hello.
How are you doing? You good? You alright? Are you a subscriber? If not, hit that subscribe button, bro.
I don't know what I was pointing at. I just pointed at something.
It's there somewhere. You just follow the finger. So that's like that's for me was the biggest thing about the Pixel 2 is that it didn't have a headphone jack, and then they were always saying that the what is it, oh my God, it was that really nice phone that we can't get here, the 5, the OnePlus. There we go. Yeah, even the OnePlus 5T, like that was more around the same time that the Pixel 2 was kind of the flagship phone from Google, and that was the flagship phone from OnePlus.
Yes.
And people were saying that the OnePlus is basically just the Google Pixel with the headphone jack. And I don't like this trend. I don't like this trend of notches and no jacks.
About the
LG
V30 because the XL, the Pixel 2 XL was made by LG.
Okay.
So it's basically this exact phone with the camera in it.
Okay. But that camera is stunning. It's undeniably good. It's a really good camera. I think it's more got to do with the software that Google's implemented inside that cell phone than it is. But I'm pretty excited for the Pixel 3. I mean, it looks interesting. It's going to apparently have an even better camera thanks to like some new core chip, whatever they're calling it, that deals with that stuff. They're making some big improvements on the selfie camera, so that's like the big step that they're taking is they're trying to improve some of the software that goes into doing that, like with the bokeh blur and the portrait mode, and that's apparently seeing a big improvement in the performance of that. And then they're still making the rear camera better as well on top of that, so that's pretty cool.
It's like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's been the best camera in the game for the last 2 years, supposedly, you know.
When did the Pixel 2 come out? A year ago or 2 years ago?
I think it's like a year and a half by this point.
Really?
It's been out for a while.
That's a long time for like usually the big manufacturers are replacing every 12 months.
So, but I mean, Pixel isn't really one of biggest manufacturers. Like, yes, it's one of the best phones. It's definitely one of the best phones out there, and it gets a lot of hype. But they're not like a huge manufacturer. Like, I mean, before that, did you ever really hear anything before the Google Pixel and the Pixel 2?
They had the Nexus phones. Those were Google's phones. Okay, and it was the same thing where Google was basically getting other manufacturers to make phones.
Yeah.
So the phones made by like HTC.
So I think then they're still kind of on that same train. Like, they're not necessarily. I don't think they're announcing phones as often. Like, I mean, I literally feel like the announcements between the S8 and the S9 were like 8 months.
Yeah. So
literally, that's what happened with that.
Who's making the Pixel 2?
I'm not actually sure. That's a good question. But some pretty cool stuff. Graham's going to quickly research that. Let's get on to some other smaller topics. Big deal. Not that I really spend a lot of time on Twitch, but there is now a Twitch stream that features basically all of the Pokemon TV episodes and a lot of the movies, or most of the movies. And that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm not exactly how legal is it? Can someone tell me? I'm not sure. Graham is streaming for no one right now.
Oh,
I know. Okay, well, yeah, and I'm sure people will come and hopefully watch it at a later stage. That's pretty cool, man. You want to be the very best? No. Like, come on, Pokemon on Twitch is cool, especially if you spend all your time on that. Then I guess you can watch that over there. That's pretty cool. HP's Omen Mindframe thermoelectric magnets cool your ears. It's a new gaming headset. Oh, what? The feed? The feed's there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was just confused because you had the Windows.
Got this, bro. I got this. All right.
Also, the Pixel 3 is being made by HTC because Google bought HTC.
Oh, that is right, actually. I didn't know that. Yeah, Steve was chatting about that the other day. So, there you go. Interesting. Maybe it will be one of like the first VR implemented phones as well.
Maybe it'll make HTC relevant again.
Woo! Snap.
See, here's the other thing. Here's the picture of this thing. And it's got the huge bezel, but it's also got a big fat chin on it.
Yeah, it does.
The point of you put the notch in there so that you can't, so that you don't have the. But I think it's because they are still having stereo front-facing speakers.
Yeah. Ooh, I don't know, dude. It's pretty ugly from the front.
It doesn't look nice at all.
It's pretty ugly from the front. What else were we want to talk about today? What was it? So sorry, the HP's Omen Mindframe, right? So these are these new headphones, apparently. I'm saying that cool your ears. Instead of active noise cancelling, you get active ear cooling.
Using thermoelectric magnets.
Thermoelectric magnets, people. What is?
Doesn't sound like a thing that exists.
I'm like, literally, this sounds like complete like alternative jargon facts. Like you're just throwing around electromagnetic.
Thank you.
Yeah, and now we're just assuming that it's a legitimate thing. I don't trust. But if it does work, I don't know. It's very rare that I get a crappy pair of headphones where I actually have a problem with heat to the point that it bothers me. Like it has to be pretty low budget in order for that to happen. We're live streaming in case you decide to do anything inappropriate.
Yeah. You're welcome to come in.
And do whatever you want inappropriate. Just understand that it's no. I mean, listen, take your pants off if you want, but you're live right now. And there will be people probably at some stage. Maybe not arrive and they'll be like, "Fuck, I need to see this."
What's that?
It looks like white screens.
Yeah. The auto exposure.
The auto exposure on this camera is not great.
Where's the camera?
But lastly, the camera's over here. There's a little camera right there. Yeah, this little whatever's happening. Anyway, so lastly in the news, and this is pretty cool. There's this new service being announced by Xbox called All Access, I think it was.
Yep.
So the All Access service that Xbox is announcing, where basically they give you access to Xbox Live, Xbox Play, what's it?
Game Pass.
Xbox Live, Xbox Game Pass, and you get an Xbox One or an Xbox X. Sorry, an Xbox One S or an Xbox One X for $25 and $33 for a 2-year subscription plan.
$22 and $35 or $35.
Yeah, $22 and $35. Obviously, $22 for the Xbox One S and $35 for the Xbox One X.
Yeah.
But included with that, you get Xbox Live and Xbox Game Pass,
and
that
the
thing,
console.
and the console, all for that
cool.
2-year monthly subscription fee, and that's like in rands, that's like $400 versus like $400 and $300, dude. For it's like the best console out there currently. Like that is, I mean, objectively the best console just in terms of performance, not necessarily game availability. But then you get the access. Like, I mean, I'm just shook by that deal. That's a really smart deal. Exposure. That's a really smart exposure. It's a really smart. It's a really, really smart deal on Xbox's part. I would say if you don't have a console or if you have like a crappy PC and like you're not able to keep up to date with the latest game releases, that's maybe your option to move over to a console. It's a monthly installment. It's a really good deal. You get access to all the games. Like,
also, maybe they come with an alternative that doesn't include the console, so you have a bundle of Xbox Live and Xbox Game Pass for less than the two separately.
So maybe
they're actually not that expensive. It's like individually they're like 150 rand a month.
So it's like $15 each.
Yeah, about $15. But like together, it's like $300 a month, which is quite a bit.
But yeah, so they should do something like a $20 subscription. Yeah,
I'd be all over that because I cancelled my Game Pass subscription. I
Oh,
don't want to both.
like to pick and choose there already, bro.
Yeah.
But that's pretty cool. I would recommend some of you guys go check that out. That's pretty dope. And then lastly, we just want to, because we've been, we like to buy things, or at least this guy does. But we were on Evetech's website, and there's some dope deals happening, bro. Like Steel Series after 7s.
They basically have a huge Steel Series sale on today, which is really good. So you can get stuff like the Rival 600 for 1,100 rand.
Woo!
We said there was pretty much the base mouse you can get at this point in time.
It's a darn decent mouse. So I will say I'm really loving this Corsair mouse as well. Like this thing is, I don't even know the model name, but I'm enjoying it. The Dark Core, guys. This thing is legit.
Yeah.
Like the shape of it is just super comfortable.
But you can get the Arctis 7s, which are the wireless ones, for 1.8 and normally 2.5.
That's ridiculous.
Bargain.
That's ridiculous.
Jump
dude.
on that. I'm going to. I'm literally about to buy a pair of Arctis 7s.
He's doing it right now, people. Just give Graham time to buy it before you all go grab the deal, though, because that's happened to him before, where he's told other people about a deal. I don't know where it was. Was it on Takealot?
It was on Raru.
Raru.
It was for the Razer Basilisk. And I was like, Nikki, the Razer Basilisk is on sale for like $500.
And then he
immediately bought one, and it appeared that was the literal one.
And that's savage, dude. Anyway, that's like this has been 12 minutes running. That's kind of what's happening in the world of tech at the moment. Some pretty cool stuff. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe and some bell stuffs. And thanks for joining today, Graham. I appreciate it. It's been fun. It's been real. And yeah, check it out, guys.
This works maybe this will be our news format for moving forward.
Maybe. I do like the way it looks, though.
I kind of like it. Yeah. Just sort of the exposure.
Exposure. Yeah, Sinjay. Okay. Cheers, guys.
Bye.
End stream quickly before it gets awkward. It's like when you tell someone goodbye and then you end up walking in the same direction. End the stream.